back, the death toll from Hurricane Ian has now reached 131. 126 of those deaths were reported in Florida, making Ian among the deadliest hurricanes to hit the state in nearly a century. More than 335,000 insurance claims have been filed in the last week alone, according to Florida's Office of Insurance Regulation, totaling about $2.8 billion in insured losses. Those numbers will likely climb as Floridians who evacuated ahead of the hurricane continue to return to their homes or what's left of them. This was the scene yesterday in Sanibel Island, where residents returned to neighborhoods they described as unrecognizable. Meanwhile, local and state officials say the causeway in and out of the island, which was devastated by Ian, should reopen by the end of the month. That is certainly significant there. Joining me now is Sanibel Mayor Holly Smith. Mayor Smith, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it, and I'm so sorry for everything that you and your community have been through.
Thank you.
How would you assess the damage to your own home and to the community where you live?
Well, for my own home, I haven't been inside my home yet. Yesterday, my plans shifted. The governor came on the island, and later in the afternoon, we were with the president. So my husband, my son Zane, and his fiancée Savannah, they headed over, checked out our house. We had quite a bit of damage on the lower level, as many do. It's got to be mucked out. We had a breach in our master bedroom roof, but I consider ourselves very lucky compared to the rest of my family, which is the entire island of Sanibel.
And I understand you had a chance to speak with President Biden. What did you say to him? And are you satisfied that he, the Governor DeSantis, that the state and federal government are doing enough?
Well, we're on day 8, and this is really an unprecedented event. I mean, to have those two come together, I think says a lot. It was my understanding in speaking to President Biden's one of his aides that this could be in the top 5, possibly the top 3 natural disaster events in United States history. That hasn't been, we don't have the confirmation on that, but it looks like right now that's what this is to our entire state. So with Governor DeSantis, it was an assessment trip. We went through the island. I had indicated to both the governor and also to the president, until you get on there and see the island, you really can't get a feel of what that impact was. And the governor came on and agreed to that. And they saw what needed to be done. The president talked to him about infrastructure needs, what we're going to need going forward. Right now, it's almost being handled like a war mission. So there are the certain steps that we have to take. But I want to be confident that both at the state level and the federal level, we're going to get what we need. We're certainly going to keep asking for what we need as we understand that better. But I think the response that's come out is phenomenal based on the time frame of just being in day 8 of this catastrophic event.
Mayor Smith, we've seen images of the bridge. We've all seen those devastating images. And now, of course, as I said at the top, the hope is it can at least be partially repaired by the end of the month. Is that your expectation? And how confident are you that that will actually be able to happen?
I want to be very confident. That's what the governor has indicated. He said by the end of October, we will have a temporary repair to that bridge. Yesterday, when I was traveling with him, we did go to Pine Island. You probably saw that the Matlacha Bridge was out. And so I was able to see what they did there. It is a very kind of a primitive type bridge, but if it gets us transportation to the island for everybody that needs to get on the island for restoration, meaning the first responders, utilities and things of that nature, that's the first response that we've got to answer to. I want to believe he's going to get it done, and I think they're already working on it today.
And just to give the context, I mean, can you do any significant cleanup before the causeway is repaired?
Oh, boots are on the ground now. The cleanup that's going on probably since day 2. Well, first of all, remember, we had to do our search, rescue, and recovery day 1 through, I believe it was 5 or 6. I'm sorry, the days are a little bit of a blur for me. That first wave was finished on Monday. But then we did have Crowder Gulf is one of our main contractors over there. They had their boots on the ground right away. The work that's done has been done by our Public Works Department, our Police Department, and the Sanibel Captiva Search and Rescue. Before those other responders were able to get on to our island, Herculean. I can't say enough about the work that's been done. And certainly that all falls to our leader, our city manager, Dana Souza.
Yeah.
Very impressed. So it does open the door for the rest of those to come on.
And we have seen.
And
Continue. Please continue.
Well, one of the things that the governor talked about yesterday when he did see what we had on the ground, he realized the extent of the debris and the call for we needed much more debris removal people out there, contracts out there. So I believe that that's in motion right now because we've got to get that done safely so we can get the residents back on, the contractors back on. The residents are allowed on right now from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. That was the first time that they were allowed on. And we're calling it a look and leave. It's not a look and stay. They can go on every day, but they must, they come at 7, they need to leave at 7 p.m. But that allows them to try to mitigate some of the damage to try to save their homes.
Mayor, what is your biggest concern? Are you concerned that things will have fundamentally changed about Sanibel Island? Will it be harder, for example, to get insurance for homes? What is your perspective when you think about the future?
Honestly, that's something I can't answer. What I can say is it fundamentally going to change? I think we're rebuilding a new city, but our mission is true. We are a conservation island that is loved around the world. 70% of our island is conservation land. That conservation land probably helped keep some of the areas protected because of how much we value that. So certainly that's why I love and live on that island and why so many people do. And that is what we need to hold true to. We're going to have to look at some of the building codes. We're really going to have to strengthen those if there's any way that we can. But this gives us an opportunity. I mean, this perfect storm of destruction was everything that we never wanted to see. And we're going to learn a lot of lessons from it. But we're going to rebuild. We are determined and have that resolve to do so.
Well, we hear your resilience echoed in the voices of so many with whom we have spoken in these past several days. Mayor Holly Smith, thank you. And our thoughts are with you and your community as you rebuild. Thank you for that.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.